fellow Star Wars fans, this is Chris, aka Starfighter, coming to you from Star Wars Celebration 2025 here in Japan. Big weekend here. We have a panel for The Mandalorian Grogu to kick things off, plus we have animation, the future of animation. We have Star Wars Visions here, of course, because it's Japan. We have books, we have Bit Reactor's next game, Zero Company, and so many celebrity appearances. So much fun to be had with all the usual awesome cosplay. So join me as I bring you into the craziness that is Star Wars Celebration 2025.
I think this is exactly what we needed. This is the perfect place to start this journey for us because it's such an incredible reminder of why we're going to make this movie and who we're going to make this movie for.
Here we are at Star Wars Celebration Japan again for the second time, and Star Wars has such a deep history with Japan and with Japanese culture. So I wanted to ask you to kick us off. How excited are you to return here and bring Star Wars back to Japan?
This is something literally from the time we knew that we were coming back to Japan. We have all been incredibly excited to be here.
Here to chat more about the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu, Dave Filoni and Pedro. one. And Dave, you already taken the hat off. I don't even know. It just goes up from here.
What are you? I can't even hear you. It's fine.
She's telling you to take. She's telling you to take the hat off.
We're inside.
Once again.
It goes with the boots. Like,
Wait, put it back on the screen. I look great.
Yeah. You know what?
Some indie vibes.
Yes. I think that's your hat now.
Don't get
I think you
attached
should
to
keep
it.
that.
Attachments are bad. Don't do it.
Everyone here makes it feel like the most incredible experience that you could possibly imagine. Formed by two other incredible actors, Brendan Wayne, Lateef Crowder.
Yeah.
It's being here today that I realize I've never had to be with the same people for such a long amount of time.
have something to reveal for you today. This is our newest model. It'll come out on August 1st, and it is K2SO. Yeah, it actually stands over 2.5 meters tall. That is the size of K2SO.
We got this for like less than $14 each meal. This is crazy. At New York, this beer would cost $14 by itself.
I've not made this before. I've not had this before, and I can't wait to tell Charles what I've done.
I cannot wait to read it. And he gave me a perfect segue.
Book, which means I'm much less likely to kill off characters than, say, bounty hunters. This is set just before The Force Awakens, so Poe Dameron probably will survive.
Who by Alex Segura, which sets up this new Star Wars series. And now Marvel's been publishing Star Wars comics as well. And there was no better way to do that than to do it, with his grandson, with Kylo. Looking back at the legacy of Vader. So this is Knights before, we're usually seeing them as like generals in the Clone War, or we're seeing them, get killed. This is the Jedi at the height of their powers.
Their new friends is behind it all. Ooh, that was a great tease, more than I was expecting. I'm so excited. So
I just looked around the corner and I saw a cowboy hat. Film Dave Filoni.
I get to talk to you guys all the time, but none of these shows happen without Athena. Let me be clear. None of it happens without her. Super important. I started writing these stories on the plane flights, and I gave them to Athena and Carrie back, and I said, check this out. You like this story? It was the one where Ahsoka's a baby and she gets taken by the big cat. And they really liked it, and they said, you want to do this? I'm like, sure. Sure.
Let's say there was a new series.
That would be exciting.
It would be exciting. If there's anything that a new series could be about, a timeline or a character maybe, and you had to choose what that would be, what would you say to that?
I wouldn't talk about it, I would just show it.
Who wants to see a trailer for a new series?
Play it again. I am called Maul.
Anything you guys want to know about from Sam and Athena?
Yeah!
But I would have to violate my NDA.
No, Ken. That's where the Sith comes out.
I'm hearing what's an NDA? I'm hearing do it.
You know what I say? I say, do it. Do it.
Is it okay? Can we talk? Can we talk about it?
Talk a little bit.
Let's talk a little bit.
I did, and one of my favorite animated films is Princess Mononoke. To honor that great film, one of the reasons why Ahsoka has two wolf fangs on her.
To be here
here with you all today because I get the incredible job of presenting a very first look at the brand new Star Wars turn-based tactics game and lead a conversation with the creators at Bit Reactor, Lucasfilm Games, and Respawn Entertainment. Now, I'm not going to leave you waiting. Let's get that trailer.
Star Wars Zero Company is a single-player turn-based tactics game with an original story set during the Clone Wars. We formed Bit Reactor back in 2021, and we had this idea that turn-based tactics games are a genre that just has so much room to improve on with like innovation in storytelling and immersion, and really could reach more fans than people really think. So we really went in that direction with it. That's how we've really been focused for the past several years. While that was working, you know, when I started, we'd been working a few prototypes, had some concepts for some games.
None other than Hondo Ohnaka.
Hondo Ohnaka mentioned! Hondo Ohnaka mentioned! We didn't even...
Here we go, everybody. I came halfway around the planet from New Jersey to arrive here in Japan to go to a Star Wars celebration. My fourth one is now in the books. Confirmed, we have celebration happening in LA in 2027, marking 50 years of Star Wars. So better believe I'll be there. But recapping the event, or at least giving my thoughts on the Japanese venue here at the Makariori Messi in Chiba, Japan, just outside of Tokyo. Very, very fun event. From an angle of announcements, I absolutely loved it. We got so many big things announced. We got the Sean Levy, Ryan Gosling movie confirmed for Star Wars Starfighter after the event of Rise of Skywalker. We have a brand new animated series called Maul Shadow Lord coming out next year in 2026. Same what we're, of course, reprising the role. Looks awesome. Besides that, we also have Andor Season 2. They showed us an entire new episode a couple days ahead of the premiere, so that was amazing there as well. Besides that, we also had a fun time doing the pin training, giving away stickers and stuff. I've never done that before. There was hundreds of fans from around the world giving out things like stickers and pins, even poker chips and miniature lightsabers. It was so cool to see and meet people from around the world, just being able to exchange. And that's what Celebration is all about, is really bringing the fans together, because we all have that commonality of we're all fans of this entire franchise, right? Besides that, I also seen the Star Wars Zero Company panel. Finally, we got a Star Wars gaming panel here at Celebration. The last one we had was in 2019 for Fallen Order. This one is also by Respawn Studios, same like Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. It looks amazing because you have complete control of your character customization. It's a real-time not real-time strategy, tactics, turn-based tactics game. I wasn't at the Visions panel, but they made some big news about Star Wars Visions having spin-offs. So the first one is going to be The Ninth Jedi is going to get its own spin-off series, as well as Season 3 is coming out in October. There's so many announcements that happen. Oh yeah, Ahsoka Season 2. We got to look at a trailer that Dave Filoni just cut because they haven't even filmed yet, but he cut this trailer to have all this concept art telling us about all that. So there's so much going on there. The convention itself, very easy to navigate. It did seem a little smaller in, you know, not only in the days, it was only 3 days, but the entire area seemed a little smaller. There wasn't as many vendors as there usually is. You didn't see as many big props and stuff that the Belgian people usually bring over, I guess because it's a very big distance to go here to Japan from there. But I liked how easy it was to navigate. Everything is on one level. All the stages, that was another thing that I had a gripe with. Having stages on the exhibition floor is never a good idea because you have outside noise that's traveling in. I prefer to have separate rooms separated to just give the noise cancellation. So there's that. But the one thing that I really liked about this convention is the best convention food I've ever had. I mean, if you go outside, there's food trucks everywhere. The weather has been beautiful here, and it was like, what was it, like not even $14 for like a beer and like a big meal of like, forget what I had, a fried chicken with rice. 14 bucks. If I got that in New York, I can't even almost buy a draft beer for 14 bucks. So the entire affordability of this trip has been better. I also got lucky with exclusives. I got the Visions Jazzwares Twins X-Wing with the twins. And then I also got the Dual Black Series Hasbro exclusive, which of course I will never open. That's going to be a prized possession because it's black and white, just like the anime. So I'm sure I left out a lot of stuff. This is just one segment of my trip to Japan. So if you want to see everything else I was up to in Osaka, in Tokyo here, as well as Kyoto, then there will be a link or a video you can click on around here that'll take you right to that content because Celebration is why I came here. But now I'm a huge fan of Japan. Never thought I'd actually make it here. I absolutely love it. It was really cool to be at a celebration in a whole nother place of the planet, seeing all these other fans that don't have an opportunity to maybe go to the United States, they actually come here. So it's really cool, meeting a lot of new people, a lot of familiar faces as well. So that's gonna do it for me here at Star Raptor, coming to you from one last time from Star Wars Celebration Japan here in Chiba, Japan. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.